Hello, and welcome back to the Disc Barn YouTube channel. I know we normally do disc reviews and stuff like that on here, but I wanted to take a step back today and kind of talk about why I'm here. You know, we went straight into reviews and I never introduced who I was, what I do, or anything about me. So I want to talk to you guys today about how I got here, what I plan to do going forward, and stay tuned to the end of the video. We'll have our giveaway announcement. So I do work full-time as a business analyst for an engineering company, but in March of 2020, we were sent to work from home. On August 2nd of 2020, so a few months later, my wife and I were blessed with my son, Emmett. I knew that I wanted to start a business one day for my family to be able to run. I just didn't know exactly what that would be. I'd been into disc golf for a few years. I actually remember the Doombird 3 was the very first release where, you know, I was right there on the computer, excited for that drop. And as soon as it turned, I think it was 10 a.m., I got it, that adrenaline rush for some random reason, right? And I was just addicted from that point. I wanted every drop and anything I could get my hands on. And that's when I kind of realized that it seemed like a really good business to get into. It seemed really safe. You know, they sold out in minutes, and that's kind of how I picked my path. So from then on, you know, I got my tax ID, I got all the paperwork I needed here in Texas to start a company so that I could apply to be a dealer for, of course, Discmania, because of the Doombird, all the Discmania hype at the time. I was so excited to be able to become a dealer for them. So I applied to be a dealer, got approved, and then I ordered the Cloudbreaker 2s. So as you can imagine, I sold all 15 Cloudbreakers pretty fast. So I took that profit, invested in more discs, sold those, took that profit, started with a little table in my garage, filled it up slowly as I sold and doubled, and then table grew into racks, and racks grew into more racks. And before I knew it, my garage was full. My wife was like, we need this. This was supposed to be our kids' play area. So I moved it out into the shop that luckily we had at the house. Got everything laid out there, and that grew, and it just seemed like this overwhelming growth from the community. Luckily, I am blessed to make enough money for my full-time job that I didn't have to worry about profit margins or that much profit at all. I mean, I didn't pay myself. I took every profit that I made, I just grew my inventory, and I kept my margins low. I shipped in a box. I tried to keep shipping as competitive as possible. My goal was just, almost feels like I'm playing a video game, right? I'm just trying to grow. I'm having fun. The community of disc golf is awesome, and it was off to a really good start. As my inventory grew faster and faster, I realized that I kind of had a new goal. I wanted to start manufacturing my own discs. So I reached out to a couple disc golf companies. I don't want to name any names, but the first two that I tested out, the quality was just not there. I wanted something nice. I knew what the disc golf community wanted, I knew what I wanted, I knew what everybody needed, and the first two were not it. And then, you know, I kind of put it off for a little bit, and then I was at the Piney Woods Open here in Texas. It's the largest A tier in Texas, just playing the tournament. One of my card mates actually said that he worked for a company called Lone Star Discs, who I had heard of, but nobody knew who Lone Star really was at the time. And he seemed pretty interested in helping me out, helping me reach my goals as I talked to him. And after my round, they actually took me to their car, handed me kind of the full Lone Star lineup. I could tell they felt good, and we took them out to a field and I threw them, and I knew right away it was going to be a good relationship. So after testing them out and making my decision that the quality was perfect, I reached out to the owner, and before I knew it, I was at the Lone Star factory kind of talking about the logistics, figuring everything out. But after testing out the rest of their molds and seeing, you know, exactly what they do there, I knew that it was going to work. So after we had everything figured out, I knew it was time to come up with a name. So that's when I named Hooligan Discs. If you look up the definition of a hooligan in the dictionary, it's basically a young troublemaker, which funny is how I see myself, at least in the disc golf industry, right? I like to go fast and break things and do things my own way and have fun with it. And I'm not constrained by overhead or anything. You know, I'm here at my house, I'm doing stuff with my friends, and the whole community is helping me grow this. And hooligan just hits the nail on the head for the exact kind of vibe that I want for the company. So on May 27th of 2020, Hooligan was born. That was our very first release. My shop was full of beautiful Yeets and vibes. I had to go with the name Yeet. I mean, I know it's out there, but it's so fun. And like I said, we're hooligans. We don't follow the rules, and it's corny, it's cheesy, some people call it Zoomer slang, but I loved it. I knew people would attach to it. It's self-marketing. And it showed on release day. I mean, we sold like crazy. It was overwhelming support from the community. Even my brother-in-law had the good idea to go live that night. We stayed up all night. He's on Instagram Live helping people pick their orders, pick their exact discs, and it was just such a fun night. I mean, I had so many people there to help me. We got everything packed up on release day. It was hundreds and hundreds of orders, and it was nothing that I ever expected. Fast forward to today, we have the Yeet, the Thread, the Flip, and soon to be the Cache. Notice I left the Vibe out. We actually have currently discontinued the Vibe for now. I don't have any plans right now of bringing it back. It wasn't one of our big sellers, and we've had some issues with the mold, but as of right now, we've got 4 molds, working on a 5th, and hopefully a lot more throughout this year. The growth has just been incredible. It's what you guys have done for me and for my family. We're truly so thankful for everything. I can't imagine growing any faster than this. I mean, it's just such a beautiful thing to, risk a lot of our financial stability and take these big leaps, but with family and friends, everybody here to help us grow. It's been so fun, and I just can't wait to see exactly how this year goes. We're not even a full year in, and we've got commercials on DGN. We've got a big team. From the very beginning, Chandler Kramer, his very first year on tour, we signed him to the Disc Barn. Of course, when we had Hooligan, it made sense. He's already with Lone Star. Chandler's been out there killing it. We also got Caroline Henderson. So if you've been watching Las Vegas or keep up with any of the Pro Tour right now, she's a local here, but she is on tour and already killing it. It's crazy. I feel so lucky, she's just a local person here. We've built a relationship throughout time, and now she's out there and everyone's talking about her. After Caroline, we've got Robert Boom Boom Burridge. That dude throws so far. Cannot wait to see his Tour Series discs, as well as everyone else's. Freddie Meza, basically a Texas legend here, but he is now fully on tour, so you're going to see his name a lot. And then we've got Jaden Rye. He's kind of an up-and-comer, still in college, but he's doing a mini tour, most of the tournaments, and he's had some really big rounds, so you're going to want to keep an eye out for him as well. Outside of our touring pros, I've built a little local community here. Don't worry for Johnny, Chad, Sam. I'm not forgetting about you, Paxton. You guys help here locally and spreading all the love in the Dallas area. It's just been amazing. You see us on Disc Golf Network. We're on Jomez, GK Pro. We've got people here locally. Everything to do it all in 9 months. Obviously I couldn't do it. I work a full-time job. I've got Disc Bar and Hooligan. It's you guys clearly enjoying the brand, enjoying what we're trying to do, and I'm just really, really thankful that y'all are here. I can't wait to see the rest of the molds we come out with. The Cache should be here before you know it. If you haven't tried Hooligan discs out and you're here watching this, please try us out. You never know, you may just join the Hula Gang with the rest of us. Oh, we have the giveaway. Let's start that. All right, so because the Facebook group is private, I'm just gonna do a number picker. So there's 92 comments. I'm gonna do 1 to 92, and it could pick 1, it could pick 92 if you're one of the first or last. I mean, technically your chances are the same, so let's just generate. What we got? 49. Now I gotta count to 49. Okay, give me a second, I'll cut through this. 46, 47, 48, 49. Cameron Wiggins, you're in the Facebook group. I will comment and let you know that you won our Hooligan Discs Founders Edition Yeet. That's one of 200. Well, so that one's 128, but we did 200 of those. They've all sold out. Of course, I had to keep a few for myself for situations like this. So Cameron, congrats on your giveaway. I will hit you up and we'll get that sent out to you. Thanks again to everybody. If you made it this far, pat on the back. I'm really proud of you and I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one.